This one really made my skin crawl. Hello everybody and welcome to this week's episode of YouTube Explained. My name is Vinny. This episode we're taking a look at He Took His Skin Off For Me, but before we get into that, let me just say this is incredible. Thank you so much for over 25,000 subscribers. I believe I just hit 27,000 subscribers. I don't know. No words. Also, my last episode of YouTube Explained, North Korea today. All the money I make from that video is going towards liberty in North Korea. So if you do want to check that out, or if you haven't watched that video yet, I do encourage you to do so. It would mean a lot. Also, I am sorry. It has been 2 weeks since last episode, mostly because of my knee injury and also because just life in general. There are some lovely pictures for you on screen right now. But I'm back and I really wanted to cover this video slash film. A lot of you actually suggested it to me. A lot of you suggested it to me. A lot of you suggested this video to me and it's quite good and I'm about to talk about it, so yeah. So the first time I watched this film, my reaction was sort of like this. But the second time I watched it, it was more like this. Damn, I miss my beard. So He Took His Skin Off For Me is a short film directed by Ben Aston, a London Film School graduate now, I think. Has he graduated? I'd say, pretty good film. I'd say he graduated. Which is something I find to be quite inspiring because next year I am, if everything goes well, heading off to film school in London. So it's really cool to see a film school graduate or a film school student make something as cool as this. And you gotta give credit to Maria Hummer for the original short story. It's not all that hard to understand, which I am all for. I mean, you don't want to make some pretentious hipster film that nobody is going to get, but also you don't want to dumb things down too much, and I think this film does a great job of doing that. He Took His Skin Off For Me is a short film about a couple, more specifically the man in said couple, who takes his skin off for the woman in said couple to make himself seem more attractive to her. From a visual point of view, in my opinion, this film is flawless. The cinematography, the angles, the intercutting shots, and of course the practical VFX are just outstanding. I would never in a million years have guessed that this was a student film. The music and voiceover were perfect, as was Anna Maguire's acting. Anyway, let's get back to the story at hand. This film is about relationships, and not just the sort of relationship that we see in the film. This could be applied to any sort of relationship. It's all one big literal representation of a metaphor. He takes his skin off for her. What is your skin to you? Think of the saying, being comfortable in your own skin. Your skin defines you. Your skin is who you are. You should be happy with it. And you should find somebody who is also happy with it to spend the rest of your life with. What you definitely shouldn't do is take it off, thus change who you are, in order to please somebody else. So as soon as he takes his skin off, which is at the very beginning of the film, things start to go south. She has to work a lot harder. The house has to be cleaned and the sheets have to be cleaned every single day. But she can't possibly keep up with all of this extra work. And he suffers as a result. He's a lot colder without his skin. He's having a lot more trouble with clients at work. And, you know, the gas bills go up. The fact that he takes off his skin has been detrimental to their relationship as a whole. And all this just to make her happy. At this point, she turns to him and says, "Don't worry, you'll figure it out." Bitch, this is a relationship. You're in it together. There's no he, there's a we. If you ain't willing to pull your weight, then he's just gonna find somebody who will. And that is what the core idea of this film is. Further into the film, he starts to regret his decision. Duh. And the tension builds between them. So much tension. A real turning point is the dinner scene when his friends are all asking him about his skin, you know, does he miss it, etc, etc. And he shoots her the dirtiest look I have ever seen. Finally, we get to the final scene. Both of them are in bed. The tension is at an all-time high. He starts to grab at her skin, pulling harder and harder until there's a brusque pull, I'm assuming. The film ends there. Brilliant, brilliant ending scene. As well as a brilliant opening scene. I think this film really does pull out all the stops. I don't think they could have told this story any better. I don't think there's anything they could have changed. I look at every single individual scene and I think, how could I have filmed this better? How could I have shot this scene better? How could I have done this? No, there's nothing I can say. There's nothing I can say. Anyway, this is the collapse of their relationship. He took off his skin, why shouldn't she? He's angry, and understandably so. He sacrificed his skin. He's changed the very essence of who he is. And what has she done? The person you're with is supposed to make you a better version of you. They're supposed to improve you, not change you. If you have to change who you are to be with somebody, then you shouldn't be with them. Sure, what he did was dedicated. It showed that he cared, that he would do anything for her. But she wouldn't. And that is ultimately what caused their relationship to collapse. No one has to take their skin off. It's there for a reason. Keep it on. Please. No, you need to be yourselves. His skin was who he was, and when he changed that just to please her, their relationship was doomed to failure. To quote the director himself, Ben Aston, "If I can leave you with one pearl of wisdom though, if you take your skin off just to be with somebody, it's only ever going to end messy." So that wraps up this episode of YouTube Explained. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you did enjoy, then go ahead and click that subscribe button. Go check out my other episodes. I may have some that interest you. Also, you can follow me on Twitter at VincentCav. And you can also like my Facebook page. Links will be down in the description down below. And for those of you who are still here, I would like to give a little shout out to a YouTuber that I quite enjoy, Master H. Potter. He does piano covers. One of them was the theme from Interstellar. By far one of my favorite movies of this year, and I thought he did a great job. Bloody love that theme, so go check him out if that interests you. Links will be in the description down below. So as I say, and I don't say enough, thank you for watching this episode. Keep your skin on, guys.